I am the champion. Okay. I am the champion. Did it just get serious in here? Lights, cameras, action. I think it did. Whenever I play. Now say I am the champion. I am the champion. I am the champion. Now say I am the champion. I am the champion.
Hey, Coach, why don't you tell me a little bit about your big week that you guys had at the Southern Scuffle?
It was a real competitive tournament, you know, with Penn State, Minnesota, Cornell, Oklahoma State, a lot of tough teams there, and we finished 5th as a team. It's not where we wanted to finish, but we were right behind some really tough teams, and had 7 placers, so 7 of our 10 weights placed. I would have liked to have everybody placed, but we lost some tough ones in the wrestlebacks. But Drake Hottesholt, beating #1 guy in the country, came through with a big pin in the finals and had some big wins on the way through to that. And Jaden Cox taking 3rd at the tournament, Zach Toll taking 4th, and a bunch of other guys finishing. I think we had a 6th and a couple 8ths in there too. But pleased, but I know we can get better. We definitely lost some closer matches that we shouldn't have, but we won some that pulled some good upsets too. 133, Matt Manley beating one of the 12th ranked wrestler, and Zach Sinnen beating I think the 11th or 12th ranked wrestler too. So had some good wins in there, but would have liked to see more guys place.
Right. So going into this tournament, we saw a lot of guys, like, in the tournament especially, we saw a lot of guys get injured and things like that. What are some things that you do to prepare your wrestlers physically and mentally for the challenge that is the Southern Scuffle?
Well, the good thing is none of our guys were injured.
Mm-hmm.
That's I was real pleased with that. A lot of teams were medical forfeiting out of matches, but our team made it. I think it's the way we train. We do, it's year-round strength training. It's even during the season, our guys are lifting, and the great thing is we lift in areas to strengthen where there's a high injury rate. We're really keeping our shoulders strengthened, doing a lot of things with our shoulders and our knees and our back, doing back strengthening, so that we're focusing in on those things. And the guys that have weakness, guys that have had injuries, our training staff and our strength staff work together and keep guys healthy by keeping that stuff strong.
In preparing for big tournaments like these, we see conditioning being a huge factor. And one thing that was notable, Kyle Bradley had like 4 overtime matches and came out on top. What are some things that you guys kind of do to prepare for that?
Well, that's tough. You don't want him to have 4 overtime matches, but I think he wrestled 7 times, and 4 of them being overtime, the other ones being maybe 1 or 2 point matches. So we got to work at Kyle scoring more and putting matches way easier, so it doesn't have to go overtime. But I think it's the competitiveness of our room that it's we had even the 5 guys that came extra were winning. Everybody made it to the second day. Everybody was battling, and there were guys up at the Midlands competing too. So we have a lot of talent in our room and a lot of high-level guys. That it's the workout, your workout in your practice room is what makes it tough. And I always tell them sometimes the practice room is a lot tougher than the competition. And I think that builds that mentality and that conditioning, and that where you feel I'm prepared. I expect this to be if it is a tough match, I'm going to be out there and I'm going to get the job done.
Yeah. What do you guys do from here? Because the big tournament that you guys go to is the Scuffle usually. What's next? What's next on the Scuffle?
Well, next week we got this coming Saturday. We wrestle at Southern Illinois, Edwardsville. So we'll get to see Jeremy Spates and his new head job, former All-American from Mizzou, and going out there and getting a dual meet in the St. Louis. It's right outside of St. Louis, so hopefully a lot of people from St. Louis will come over and watch the duel. But getting prepared for that, and then from that point, then we'll get ready and we hit pretty much the max schedule with a couple other teams that are pretty tough, Oklahoma State. So getting ready for all that. Right now we're training. School's still out, so we can still do a lot of double days here and sleep in a little and not go so early in the morning. So that's what's good on the team, being here and focusing in just on wrestling. So we have a lot of individual drills going on, watching film, going through practices where we don't have to be worried about class time and study hall time. It's a great time to get better at wrestling before we hit this last stretch of the season.
All right, well, thank you very much. Look forward to see what you guys do.
Yep.